Hi everybody, this is Ioannis at Guy's Jam, and this standing meditation I developed. I was doing a lot of Qi Gong and a lot of Tai Chi and a lot of meditation, and I wanted to incorporate them all into one ultimate power meditation that was both ultimately relaxing and ultimately strengthening. I'd also learnt more about chakras and root chakra. My root chakra needed developing. So I kind of incorporated all of that into this standing meditation. I'm not going to explain any more about how it works. You can obviously comment and I'll answer any of your comments. But for now, get into some loose clothing. Find a nice spot. If you can, I would be barefoot and grounding because it'll help a lot. You don't want to do this in wind. A light breeze is fine. But if it's too strong, it's not very sound to do it, or in rain. So for now, just stand with your feet shoulder width apart. And what that means is the inside of your shoulders, not the outside of your shoulders. Don't have them too wide. So you want your feet so they're at a comfortable place. You're ultimately developing your most powerful posture where you're immovable. And now just sort of kind of move your body around till you settle it into a place where it feels pretty like balanced, and everything is kind of holding itself up in a very powerful, sort of strong way, I guess. And now you just want to take the curve out of your arch of your back. So just rock your pelvis ever so slightly. These movements are quite slight. Ever so slightly, just rock your pelvis forward to just take the arch out. So you're just kind of turning your pelvis forward a bit. And then I want you to imagine that your head's being held by a string from your crown. So it's just going to lengthen your neck a bit. If you get a sense that there's a space where your neck was, that's a very good feeling. So your chin tucks in a little bit as your neck lengthens and you're feeling suspended by your crown. And now reach up and touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. And the best spot, this joins the two circuits, the microcosm and the macrocosm circuit, is to slide your tongue in across the back of your top teeth, and as you slide into your palate, you'll feel a big ridge, and just follow that ridge down, and then there's a slight well as it just hits kind of the bottom, I guess. There is the point. So get your tongue, the tip of your tongue on that point, and that joins your two circuits. And now you have to do just a little bit of adjustment because we're trying to get circles in circles in circles, and this gets your ultimate strength idea happening. So for a start, imagine now that there's rolled up newspaper under your armpits. So you get that kind of circle. So there's a bit of space now in your armpits. And then move your arms out as if you're holding hugging a substantial friend. Okay? So you're just now bringing your hands around like this. So there's creating a large circle there. Now with your fingers, you can imagine that they're holding a kind of, I suppose, football, volleyball size, but there will be a mini circle, your thumb, forefinger, and the other meeting thumb and forefinger. We're creating another kind of mini type of circle, more of a sphere, I guess. So you've got a circle in a circle there, and there's space under your armpits. Now, with your toes, I want you to turn them ever so slightly inwards, so they're kind of 11 o'clock. And that creates a kind of a top of a sphere, of a very large sphere. Imagine that was going behind you, and then just push your knees out a little bit. So your knees, it's almost like you've been a horse rider for some time in your life. Not too far, you don't want to put strain, but you just want it far enough that you feel very, very, very strong and very solid. If someone came along, they couldn't push you over, and I'm going to add to that in a moment. But you really just nudge all these little moves, nudge them until you feel that really super solid, powerful strength. And now to aid that strength, I want you to imagine that through your feet you have roots that go straight into the earth and straight down to the center of the earth. And that also comes from your crown chakra, from your base of your spine. So it's almost like you have a pillar from your crown, goes all the way through your body, dead straight, and all the way down into the ground. It could be a pillar of light. That's a very good analogy to use in all these meditations. You could have a pillar of light coming from your crown, even from the heavens, from the cosmos, coming down through you, but then taking you down through the earth, into the earth, and anchoring you. You really want to feel like a mountain. And as you know, with mountains, like icebergs, they're the tip of it. The rest of it's underneath. You want that kind of strength and power. Now with your breathing, I want you to reverse. This is called reverse cultural breathing. This is the most powerful of the Taoist breathings and the Chinese breathings. And for this one, you breathe in. You bring your tummy in when you breathe in. It's diaphragmatic. It's not up in the shoulders at all, in the chest, upper chest. So your shoulders won't move at all. You're breathing purely diaphragmatically. But you just pull in slightly. And then as you breathe out, it falls out slightly. Don't get too involved in doing it. Just feel it at first and it'll just start flowing. It'll become a natural action. You're basically feeling like you've got bellows there. But in regular diaphragmatic breathing, the bellows happen the other way around. As you breathe in, the bellows open and fall out. This one, as you breathe in, the bellows are being pulled in and then falling out as you breathe out. And now to complete the circles and complete, now that you've got a degree of strength, you need a degree of softness. So you can close your eyes, half close your eyes, roll your eyes up to look at your third eye, any of those that you feel good with. Half closed eyes is really good. It used to work for me mostly, but since I've done a lot more chakra work and a lot more, tried to do Kriya Yoga, I've started pushing my eyes upwards towards my Ajna chakra, and that has stimulated my pineal gland and my third eye, so I get a lot of buzzing going on there. So you can give that a try if you want. And then the last part of this is imagine that you're close to a waterfall, and the mist of that waterfall is just starting to caress the front of your body. So I want you to hollow your chest out, which helps make another circle. I want to say hollow your chest out. It's in your mind, not in your body. You're just creating, you want as much softness on the front of your body as possible. Now in your hands, they're held in a position, but there's no tension whatsoever. There's no strength. There's nothing that's locked. There's nothing that is being held by the power of muscle. This is all held by the power of mind. You should feel, your body should feel like cotton wool on steel. There's no muscle activity at all. You just held this pose. Now once you get into the pose, and you will find a point when you're breathing that you will just lock in, and you'll suddenly, you'll just start disappearing. You'll start disappearing, and the breath will be the only thing that happens. That's what you're after. You're really after that moment of complete loss of self. Now, if you want to develop your strength more or lose weight, you obviously just sink deeper into your knees. So you just put your base of your spine, your crown chakra, closer to the ground. So your knees will have to do more work, and you'll have to do a bit of adjustment, because always with Qi Gong and Tai Chi, you're always trying to find the ultimate strong position where your body is supporting itself and in the strongest possible way, and that's what you want, to develop the ultimate power. So I'm going to let the music run now, so you can just continue with this going, and just let it go. And now, if mind starts drifting, that's absolutely fine. You've got to be gentle with yourself and with your mind. So when that happens, I imagine the thoughts are clouds, and I watch them past, and some are wispy and just disappear really quickly, and others look thicker and bulkier and gather a bit more bulk and a bit more girth. But then they move swiftly along on the breeze, and then they're gone. But as you see, you're not the clouds, you're not your thoughts, you're the watcher, you're the sky. So as you feel the gentle water, or the mist of the waterfall just caressing your front, and with a light breeze, your thoughts as clouds just drifting away, you can allow yourself to dissolve into the eternal Tao. And disappear into your ultimate strength.